SG Reads.
Hello fellow travelers, my name is SG and welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk about a short independent animation based on the Alien franchise known as Alien Monday. This was made by Oda King Animations and was brought to me by a friend of mine who did suggest it, and I wanted to just talk about it because of how good it was, how professionally it was presented, and how it did maintain a storyline that we don't even see in the movies nowadays. So for right now, I just want to get into it. If you like my content, please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Please do go support the original creator and help support their endeavors when whatever they comes next. Maybe they'll do another Alien thing, or maybe they'll do something else. I'm not sure, but for right now, let's just get into this, shall we? Alien Monday was created by Oda King Animations, aka Paul Johnson, who made the animations over a 6-year period, along with being one of the main head directors, along with Claudia Maki Montegiri, who also was acting director, producer, along with him, and of course helped with the cast and production of the overall animation. Voices done by Sarah Sakura playing Ashlyn, Philip Sacramento as Conrad, music by Scary Good Studios and Randy Greer along the way. This has been a fantastic animation, and I do hope to see more from this team later on in the future. Alien Monday does not really give a specific time or era that it's taking place in, whether it's before or after the movies. If it were me though, I would have to say maybe before the original movie, but for the most part I would have to say that this is somewhere in between sequels, at least between the first and maybe third. So for right now, we will say that this is just in its own kind of timeline of itself, where a group of survivors of Earth are looking for a new place to call home. Whether they're from a space station or not is pretty much in the mix. We don't really get too much story about Ashlyn, Conrad, or any of these other stories other than they are searching for a place they can call home of their own. So for the most part, we do know that Ashlyn is the co-captain, or she is the second in command, I should say, in this scenario, where she takes more of a commanding officer point of view, much like Ripley from the original Alien franchise, and has to deal with this alien creature, aka the xenomorph. Forced to make hard decisions and forced to fight for her life, she does ultimately come to an ultimate end, and making this pretty much the best Alien fan film, or dare I say Alien film, right next to Romulus and the original, that has come out of the franchise. I do love a lot of the directions they took. I do love that the ending itself is a bittersweet one of victory, but at the same time you don't really feel like you lose. So for the right now, I have to say that this is very well done, very well scripted, and very well written, allowing it to have this certain air of mystery while at the same time allowing it to have its own direction and only point of view of itself, with an animation to match. So for right now, let's talk about the animation, shall we? The animation is definitely the highlight of this short. Not because the storyline isn't good, but rather it's because the animation is too good. Mainly because this looks like it's taking place in the 80s, in an 80s anime that's trying to be more super realistic with its animation, making them look more like people rather than anime characters, but at the same time relying on the anime aspects to kind of tell the story. So for the most part, it's staying true to its human roots, and even in a sense, it's still staying true to its original roots. Again, this really makes me think that it's taking more of a place on the first 3 Alien movies, because this definitely feels like an 80s kind of vibe, to where the Alien movies seem like they're going for more like 50s technology. You can definitely see that this is going for more 80s technology. So if you wanted to phrase it like that, you probably could. So saying that this fits into the Alien universe really would be me undermining it, because this does feel like its own trend. This is definitely taking a stylized version and allowing it to expand, allowing it to be interesting, and does not feel cheesy at points. Even with the 3D animation for the alien's appearance, it does give you this ominous look. What we know of the alien creature, the xenomorph, and allowing us to kind of experience it in a new dimension in a way. The only gripe I would have is that the facehugger is a little give or take for me. Looks a little clunkier, but for the most part, that's only a small part of the main animation in itself. Everything else is pretty much 100% perfect for what they're presenting and this main storyline overall. The voice acting in itself is really well done, not feeling out of place or not making it thrown off. Sarah Sakura as Ashlyn, or as I said before, the second in command in the ship, does fit. She does sound like a Ripley kind of character you would see in this world, allowing her to have this bit of a tougher demeanor, saying that she's no-nonsense kind of character, while at the same time dealing with something that's beyond her own understanding of what's happening around her. Literally dropping her in a world, or awaking her in a world, where there is just a predator after you at this whole point. And to coincide her with Philip Sacramento as Conrad, I did find it a breath of fresh air where an AI was not the main antagonist in this scenario, trying to preserve the xenomorph. Rather, it was more dedicated to the captain's crew, or the ship's crew overall, trying to preserve life and there to pretty much just provide assistance in whatever Aisling was trying to do. So the voice work does work, offering more of a classic version of the Alien series, giving us characters that we kind of know how they would sound, and even giving us some nuances to what we know about the Alien franchise as well. Music and sound I am putting in the same place, mainly because they're from the same people, from Scary Good Studios and Randy Greer, mainly because they do add a lot to the tension of the animation. When it comes to animation, or movies period, the sounding does matter, does offer some sort of backing to it, or more likely, the lack thereof it. Because there is a scene where the alien creature is thrown into space and we hear no sound, much more kind of going in with this realistic view of space, hence having no sound, but still having this impact that does give you a creepy vibe. It did send shivers down my spine knowing that this alien creature was still going, and not knowing if it would make a loud sound or not. And when it didn't, it was very off-putting, very indirectly so. That in itself really dictates how sound really does affect not just movies, but horror movies, adding to the idea that it's a team effort, if you will, not just the way the creature looks, but rather the sounds it makes, the effects it has on the environment. Allowing it to either grow or not does add to this element as well. Such as in a monster feature like this, it does make it a little more tense and a little more grounding in the world around it. So, the sounding and the voicing are very well done overall. All in all, Alien Monday is a very well done project. I had to say that everything was done almost expertly well, that there was not a wasted scene or a wasted second in this animation, providing everything they could with backstory, character development, and even the suspense and expectations of what we would get from a normal Alien movie. So for the most part, I had to say that this is probably one of the better animated shorts I've seen based on the property, or one of the better animated shorts I've seen, period. This is so well done and so interesting to watch that it does keep you in suspense and you forget that you didn't pay to see this. That this isn't something that was done from a studio. This was made by a small group of individuals who had a love of the Alien franchise, and the obviousness of that really does show overall, and had a storyline to tell of themselves. So for the most part, I had to say that this is a very well done animation, and it does have a lot of heart, story, animation, and does have everything that you could want in an Alien property, much less a short film property. So I would have to give this a great score. I would like to do more of a 9.5 out of 10, mainly because a little clunky in parts, but this is a nearly perfect project. I love it, and I want to see more of it. I can't wait to see what this team does bring out in the future. Maybe a sequel to this, maybe Alien Tuesday, huh? I'm just playing. But whatever it is next, I can't wait to see, and we'll see how it goes from that point on. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do support the original creator. I'll leave a link down below in the description, and of course in the comment section as well. If you enjoyed my content, please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. If you like their content, please leave a like, comment, subscribe on their video. And I can't wait to see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching, and have a great one. See ya.